Good morning, Call Lady. Good morning, St. Martinez. Linda, Peacocks United. Good morning. ¿Cómo están? Let me make my coffee real quick. We'll put it right there for right now. Oh. Ya me tomé la primera taza de café, ladies. ¿Cómo amanecieron? Good morning, María Chongos, Patty Segovia. St. Martínez. Buenos días, ¿cómo amanecieron? Yo estoy haciendo la segunda taza de café, que la que puede, puede. Good morning, LV Raiders. I want to let you all know what I did this morning. Porque yo me levanté bien quitada. Lady Chapa, good morning. Well, I'm glad, Maria Chongos. Don't let them be in here. Pick a bone with all of them. That way they can do a second subscription, girl. Pero les voy a decir, girl. A mí me encanta oír al padre Cuotas. Ustedes lo oyen en TikTok. Let me know if you all hear him. Me encanta. Porque él ha pasado por muchas cosas como devoto católico que es y padrecito que es y todo con la iglesia católica y les ganó. Quiero que sepan que estuvo más de un año en Polonia porque él estaba teniendo un open case con la iglesia católica. Y your mom loves Father Cotas. I love him too. You know, Father Cotas is from Poland, and his grandmother is still in Poland, and she raised him. So last couple of years back, he was in Poland for a long time because he had a case against the Catholic Church because something happened to him during a spiritual retreat in Las Vegas. Padre Cuotas speaks a lot of Spanish because mostly he was stationed in Mexico through the Catholic Church. They moved their priests around. And he was in Mexico. That's why he's mostly a Spanish preaching priest. And now that he won the case against the Catholic Church for what happened to him during that spiritual retreat, and I'm not going to go into details, but everybody knows the story. The only reason that I'm bringing him up is because I love him so much that I'm going to say one of his favorite things to say. Here. Quote from Padre Cuotas: si el pedo no sale de tus nalgas, no es tu pedo. Did y'all hear me, or did y'all want to hear it again back there, way back there in the back? Did you want to hear that? It's a quote from Padre Cuotas. Si el pedo no salió de tus nalgas, no es tu pedo. Preocúpate por los pedos que están saliendo de tus nalgas. I woke up this morning doing this, and I just wanted to show it to you Because guess what I did with this cornbread, ladies? It smells awesome. It tastes awesome. But I took my version of sweet cornbread and took half of the sugar out because this is not supposed to be too sweet. This tastes just like stuffing. I want to tell you why in a minute. Let me go put this one back. I'm not going to eat the whole thing, but I love the little edges. Por eso dicen los mexicanos, ¿para qué te quieres meter en cuero de vara de 7 cueros, no, hombre? For you that didn't hear, I'll re-quote Father Cotas. Si el pedo no salió de tus nalgas, no es tu pedo. Las Aventuras de Ana says in English, if the fart does not come out of your asshole, then don't worry about it. Worry when it comes out of yours, like the pew-pew that you hid. That's what you need to worry about. Please, Saint Martinez, say it again. Padre Cuota says, si el pedo no salió de tus nalgas, no es tu pedo. We're here to talk about what I did with that cornbread. I actually had some frozen celery that I got from the food pantry. Thank you very much, because I was on that food pantry line. And they gave me some celery. I rinsed it. I cut it in like celery sticks, and I froze it in Ziploc bags. Well, I took one of those little Ziploc bags, frozen, and I put it in my Ninja and chopped it all up into little chips, ice cube chips, right? And I put it back in the little Ziploc bag, zipped it up, and threw it in the freezer. I did that yesterday. Well, this morning I got up and I got it out of the freezer, put it in the Ninja, put the 6 eggs in there, the 1 cup of sugar, the 1 cup of oil, a tad of vanilla, the 4 cups of milk, 1 box of HEB butter milk, all ready mixed pancake mix, and 3 packages of Jiffy, and I made some cornbread. But remember, I said I tweaked a recipe for sweet cornbread. I lowered the amount of sugar, and I tweaked it by putting thyme and rosemary into my little handy dandy. Right now it's got peppercorns in there. I'm grinding up spices because the rosemary was just chopped, but I wanted powder, and the thyme was just the little leaves, and I wanted them powder. And I can make my own damn powder with this coffee grinder that I use for spices. So I'm grinding up some peppercorns because la que puede, puede. Gourmet peppercorns. And that's what's in there right now because I want freshly cracked pepper on everything that I'm going to make for tomorrow. Maria Chongos, I do know my way around a kitchen, but I'm lazy, and for the last 3 years, if I don't have to cook, McDonald's sells chicken sandwiches for less than $2. Yeah, I'm doing a lot of stuff ahead of time because I'm not going to be stuck all day in the kitchen. I told you all that. Sam's had the best pies, and yesterday we happened to go to farm, me and Ophelia, and since I'm a believer in 70% store-bought and 30% homemade, because all we're going to do is just put the little stars of Cool Whip on top. This one was Well, I'll be. It doesn't have the price, but it was $5.98, and it's a 12-inch pie. We got three of them. We're not gonna be baking pies. I already baked the cornbread. We already set up the recipe that we want. What we're gonna do for tomorrow. All I got for prep is the carrots that I want to put under that what is it called, brine turkey that I'm gonna actually bake in the oven, because one of them is going in the oven and one of them is just gonna be boiled like a caldo. That stock that is gonna come out of that turkey that I'm gonna boil is gonna go into the stuffing, and the backbone and part of the carne will go into the stuffing, and the chicken breast, the turkey breast and stuff will go into some gravy that I'm gonna do with white rice. That's one meal. The other one is gonna be the carrots that I got from the food pantry. You were laughing. I got some carrots from the food pantry, and I'm gonna do them under that brine turkey in the oven. And then I'll just take them out, and that's gonna be a side dish. The carrots all by themselves. I'll bet they'll be good because they'll be in that turkey juice baking in the oven for a few hours. And the turkey gravy, and then the broccoli and cheese casserole. Yes, back there. I got the cheese from the food line también. I just need to know that I need to make them know because they're here. I got 52 people. They're here. So I'm doing that, the broccoli and cheese casserole, and the turkeys, and the gravy, and my little sister is bringing the potato salad, and she's bringing some deviled eggs to the table, plus her children and my children and grandchildren will be here, and we will celebrate Thanksgiving all together like a family. Then we'll play some games, and then hopefully we'll be done by 6, because all these disrespectful people in the yes, Kelly, they're here, but I don't care, because guess what? They can't they can't take my shine away from me. I'll still smile at them and tell them, yes, I'm using a lot of the products that were given to me in the food pantry line. Why? Porque la que puede, puede. Whether you want to be out there in the back talking about me or not, I was entitled to be on that food line. Good morning, Jenny Flores. And these disrespectful stores used to all be closed at noon. By noon, the grocery stores will be closed, so that everybody can enjoy their dinner, Thanksgiving dinner, or Thanksgiving lunch with family, and the game and stuff. But not anymore. Walmart, Target, and most of the stores are starting to open up on Thursday for the Black Friday stuff. So that, I think, is disrespectful. But hey, they got to do what they got to do. Just like we're doing what we have to do by doing the little things ahead of time, so that on Thursday we get to enjoy the family and not be just stuck in the kitchen, because there is no need to be stuck in the kitchen when you can advance prep a lot of things and just throw them in the oven. Hi for Blubberina Oikens. A lot of people were financially supporting him for a long time. But, that falls into each individual person and how they feel about the situation and the people's situation as it goes along. But like I started this show off with a quote from Padre Cuotas. Si el pedo no salió de tus nalgas, no es tu pedo. If the fart didn't come out from your butt, it's not your business. It's not your fart, or not your stench, or not your smell, or whatever you want to target as far as a fart goes. You don't have to be there smelling it and trying to figure out what the person ate. Well, sometimes they have a lot of leftover stuff for Black Friday, and sometimes they don't order enough. It just depends. I mean, on Black Friday, usually for us, like me, I usually like target other things than toys, and mainly because my daughter buys the girls a lot of toys. Like 2 years ago, I was like, my grandkids need to have more than two sheets. So for Christmas, each one of them got 7 sets of sheets. And you might think that's a lot of money. Well, no, it's not. When you go to Walmart and you can buy a sheet set for a twin size bed for $4.99 that has the fit, the flat, and the pillowcase for $4.99, max $5.99, or Ross $7.99. Then you're talking less than $50, and you're getting them 7 sheet sets. And these kids can, if they pee or accidentally pee at night, they can just take the sheets off, wipe down their mattress, let it air dry if they have to, or put a new sheet, a clean sheet on it before they go to school. And that's one of the things that we used to do with the children that were unaccompanied minors for the illegal houses. These children need to have to learn, and the people that are there train these kids that before 6:30, if they peed on the bed, they had to take the sheets down, wipe down their mattress, put a clean sheet on it. It was all there for them, and then they would go to breakfast before their day got started. So when you think about it, I'm not being a mean grandmother. I'm just teaching the grandkids stuff that you have to teach them, their mom has to teach them. And if you work in any of these unaccompanied children's houses, that's what they teach them there. Survival skills. So I gave them sheet sets. And then, like, I think last year, I gave them all one blanket each. And it wasn't a small one, it was a king size blanket because it was $20 each in McAllen on downtown. So they all got a big old blanket where they can just roll themselves in it if they want to sit in front of the TV or whatever. That's what they got last year. This year, I haven't decided. The year before that, they all got like 5 towels each. Cat lady, you're too scared to shop on Black Fridays? We used to stand in line for certain things like the TVs or the computers or the bikes. But since Ophelia was doing the bikeathons, we learned that you could order them over the phone and they would have them in the back of the store. So We don't stand in line for those items anymore. Now, there's items that you might want to stand in line for because, of course, it's always better to get a king size sheet set that's 750 threads for $25 than to get a sheet set that's 150 threads, and then when you wash it, you get all them bolitas that make the sheets feel like sand instead of like silk. So there's things that they do have, like at the Walmart sales, that I would stand in line for. And yes, looking at the thread count on sheets counts. KK, that's what I did. I mean, across the street here in McAllen, across the street from the Gran Mercado, is another store where they sell all kinds of blankets, all the team blankets, all kind of blankets, and they're not even that expensive. And if you live in a town or in a city that's really cold, they have the double blankets too. They're just like $10 more than the regular ones. So, but you just gotta have that. I guess it's like a little Chinatown area. I don't know if all places have them, but I think in the Houston area they have it, and in Brownsville they have it. Thank you, Veldeluna. But yeah, some people are up in the internet worrying about people that aren't even in the internet business. But hey, Padre Cota said, if si el pedo no salió de tus nalgas, no es tu pedo. Worry about the pew pew. Where is it? Oh my goodness. Is it? It's not cold in your area yet, is it, KK? Because I woke up to rain. That's right, Belda Luna. Belda G Luna. That's right. Oh, well, that's good. Just make sure you have one of those things where they can take the wet off of their shoes when they come in the house, girl. What's that, a rug? That's what I say, Maria Chongos. They worry about the wrong things instead of worrying about somebody's video being on the internet where they're masturbating and stuff. I'll tell anybody how far down that Aztec line I go, and they can kiss it. But yeah, this morning I was doing the cornbread, and I'm sitting here. We were on video call with our little brother. Wow. I got ghosts in my house. I just had a pack of waterfall. But I guess because I was messing with it for my coffee bottle. But yeah, we were talking with him, and I was showing them the cornbread and how we're getting it all lined up so that we won't be stuck tomorrow after 12. The kitchen will be closed after 12. I don't know about that because that's none of my business, Maria Choncos. They always do, Maria Chongos, especially the kind that don't keep it in their zipper with other women's in the RV. Pictures all over the place. It doesn't matter if he married or not. It doesn't matter if they went in front of a judge or not. There's a saying in Spanish that says, el perro huevero, aunque le quemes el hocico, sigue de huevero. A dog that eats eggs, even if you burn their mouth, he will continue eating eggs. So if you think that because you go and stand before the judge and you got a 5 penny ring, not a gold ring like these, well, this one had to be moved over here because I'm getting old and I started noticing that this finger was hurting and it was getting swollen. So I had to move the ring to this side after 24 years of that ring being there. I had to move it. But it doesn't matter if he or she got the ring on her finger. If he was eating those eggs while in the relationship, he will continue doing it after the standing in front of the judge. That would probably be the only reason, Maria Tongos. Everybody read her comment. That would probably be the only reason that he did that, or she did, or she got the certificate of I'm not a concubine anymore. And you're entitled to your opinion. Yes, cat lady, my finger, this one, I was telling Ophelia, like, I think 3 months ago, I removed that ring, and it was hard because right here it was swollen, and it was hurting when I would bend it, and I started drinking ibuprofen 800 every time that finger would swell and hurt. And we're thinking, we had an aunt on my father's side that got arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis in her hand. And by the time she passed away, all her fingers were like really swollen. So I mean, really like this because of the swelling and the arthritis that she had on them. So I was telling Ophelia, if it gets to that point, I'm going to put one of those little things when people break their fingers and just let it get hard straight. Because I'm not going to have the darn thing bending on me. So, but that's what happens. I mean, we're getting to the age where, hey, you're going to get something or other. You can't be blaming people for witchcraft on you. It doesn't work that way. um, so does he. So does he, from what I hear. So, all that stuff works both ways. But I was just here to let you all know that I already made the cornbread. I'm halfway done with the stuff I have to do for tomorrow. The rest of the stuff, throwing a turkey in the oven or throwing a turkey in a pot and letting it cook, that's the easy part. Doing a 20-minute casserole that turns into 40 minutes because once the rice and the broccoli are done, then you transfer it to a baking dish and you throw it in the oven. That's 40 minutes. That'll be done in the morning. You just got to be time-wise when you're cooking different kind of meals. And you need them all to be done at around the same time. Yes, like corporal tunnel, KK. Oh my gosh, I feel for those secretaries that have to have that corporal tunnel surgery. Especially since I just started getting this finger to that hurting stage where I actually 2 or 3 times a week take ibuprofen 800. Now, the other day, I'm going to tell you, the other day I was on a live show during the night. And I noticed that I could not keep myself awake, and it wasn't even that late. But my daughter, who buys stuff for her mom and leaves stuff here, had left, and I can grab it from right here, had left this ibuprofen here. And let me tell you, that stuff was putting me to sleep because I took 4 of them. They're only 200 milligram pills, but I was trying to take 800 milligrams of ibuprofen because that reduces the swelling, right? But that pill there is a PM pill, so it has some kind of sleeping stuff for you to go to sleep. Well, when you take 4 times the amount of sleeping stuff, of course you can't stay awake. Good thing I was doing a light show during the night here at my house, and I didn't have to drive back from Ophelia. Even though Ophelia only lives like 10 blocks from my house, I still don't like to drive if I'm not in all my 5 senses. And if you take a sleeping agent in a pill and you take more than what you're supposed to because you're trying to get the other medicine, not necessarily the sleeping stuff, into your system, you still get affected by it. And I was affected by it in less than 30 minutes because I had taken those 4 pills, and in less than 30 minutes, I was to the point where I could not stay awake for nothing. Even though I was doing a show, I cut the show short, and I said, I got to go to sleep. And I didn't get up till the next day at 8 in the morning. Mama Testa, ¿a ti te gustan los hombres como el chino Anthrax? How's that? Explain it, explain it. Naproxen? Yeah, but it'll probably have to be naproxen without any sleeping stuff, KK, or I'll fall asleep. ¿Quién está buscando a Firulais? Por Blubberino. Yo no quiero Firulais. Acuérdense, yo quiero ir a Pesquerías Nuevo León porque hay una comunidad de South Korean community in Pesquerías Nuevo León, and I want to meet me a few South Korean people. Men, specifically. Single men at that. And I don't have to fly all the way to South Korea if they're right here in Nuevo León. And I hear they have the restaurants, the food, and everything going in that community. So I want to at least go and enjoy that part of their culture in the land of the Indians. But hey, thanks for letting me into your morning. I want to thank you all. I want to tell everybody, I hope your Thanksgiving is awesome. I hope that you have your family surrounding you and that you all enjoy your sitting at the table and the game or the games that you're going to play tomorrow, and get those shoes ready for Black Friday and then pockets ready too. But thank you for allowing me into your space and into your Wednesday morning. I'm going to say bye. Bye, everybody.